Today we're going on a short drive to the Jersey Shore. It's my birthday, 33 years old. Just a relaxing drive, some back roads, gonna get some coffee. Yeah, and we'll see what happens from there. But yeah, it's a nice day out, 80 degrees. What the hell is this guy doing? So, what are some differences between driving in America versus Europe, specifically, I guess, Germany and Switzerland? Well, for one, I think people in America take it much more as for granted. You know, people here can get a license for, you know, 20 bucks and your parents driving you, whereas in Europe you have to go through the whole process. I think there people are a little bit more disciplined, definitely more rule-abiding, I would say. They don't speed as much, especially not in Germany and Switzerland. But yeah, I mean, I enjoy driving more in Germany, I guess, because of the Autobahn, obviously, but I think here, I mean, here you can have radar detectors, whereas in Europe you can't. So that's one thing that's a little bit different. So right now we're headed towards the Jersey Shore. We're in a very nice town called Coltsneck, a lot of horse farms, you can see, wineries. The US is the only country where the police actually chase you down. So if you speed, the police will follow you and then they'll stop you on the side of the road. Whereas that would never happen in Switzerland or in Germany. Just because they have speeding cameras and you can't park on the shoulder. In there, if you got stopped by the police, it means you were probably doing something very illegal. So what do I think about the Maserati Ghibli? You know, I've had this car for a few years, barely driven it. I was always in Europe or South Africa. It's got only 2,000 miles on it. Got it new in 2019. So I would say it's a bipolar car, meaning, you know, right now it's in sport mode, but you can put it into, you know, regular or comfort mode, and it's very comfortable. I mean, it's a quiet car. It's got triple layer glass for insulation. Right now the windows are open. It's very stable at high speeds. I feel this car is more comfortable driving fast than driving slow. You know, I think all the videos on YouTube, they don't understand what this car is about. You're paying for the engine. You're paying for the transmission. You're not paying for the electronics. You're not paying for the stereo. Those aren't good. I mean, I've driven Honda Accords with better audio systems, right? Those people don't understand. You know, the people on the forums complaining about, oh, the infotainment's not good, or, you know, I guess some of the switches aren't as nice as in a Mercedes or whatever. Right. Well, I mean, you're paying like $80,000, $90,000 for a car with an engine built in Maranello. Listen to that sound.
The speed limit is 40 miles.
Listen to that sound. I mean, I don't know if you can hear it, but it's glorious. I mean, it is. And that was in normal mode. I gotta slow down. But you're paying for the engine. You're paying for the exhaust note. And it handles quite well. I mean, it's a heavy car. It's 4,400 pounds. I don't know what that is in kilograms. But you know, I would say it's definitely worth the money, especially now with all the cars going to electric, you know, with EVs, and you're never going to have a car that sounds this good. I mean, arguably, I would say this is the best sounding V6 engine ever made, in my opinion, in the past 15 years. I mean, this car was designed in 2014, before the whole EV bullshit started happening. And it's really special. I think that it's really special. There's some character to this car that you can't get in you know, in the competition. You know, my buddy has a Tesla Model S, right? It's maybe a little more expensive than this now, and it feels like you're eating food with no taste, right? It's just so bland. There's no noise. It's just, I don't know how he lives with that car. I mean, I guess if you're trying to cheat on your wife or if you're a bank robber, yeah. But I mean, this car every morning, you know, I'll put a clip to the exhaust note here. mean, that is amazing sound, and you cannot get that in another car. I mean, this car just sounds really good. You're paying for the exhaust note. If you're into sound and the visceral experience, I mean, there's no other car company like it. I mean, even Maserati's going EV now. You saw their new MC20. I mean, their new Grecale. Those cars don't sound as nice. They're using alpha engines. This is the last ever Ferrari engine you can get in a non-Ferrari, in a car under $200,000 US. Okay, so what are the pros and the cons of this car? What I really like about it? Well, I think the engine's really special. You know, if you look at the parts, if you look at some of the oil filters, some of the cables, I mean, it says Ferrari on it. It was built in Maranello by Ferrari technicians. And actually, Ferrari came out, I think, a couple years ago, and you know, right before they divorced Maserati, spun off, and they said they were losing money, you know, and Maserati was paying them too much, and they don't make any money on this car. I don't know if people know this, but FCA doesn't make any money when they sold me this car. In fact, they lost money when they sold this car. You know, they basically, I paid them less than it cost them to make. I think something like the engine alone is $30,000 they paid Ferrari. So you're getting a lot of value, I think, in terms of the drivetrain. But I think in terms of you know, other things, yeah, sure, you're not going to get the best stereo system. You know, maybe some of the switches a little bit cheap. But you know, when you buy this car, you're not buying it for the craftsmanship inside the car. Although I will say, like, the leather is from Italy. It's Poltrona Frau. It's very good quality material. I mean, it's not that it's not good. I mean, everything's made in Italy. This car was built 100% in Torino or Turin, Italy. So it's 100% Italian made. You know, they don't really skimp on that many things that are important. Like the side glass, the front glass, they're all Saint-Gobain. So this is it's a French company. A lot of the companies now are, you know, the BMW M cars, they're switching to like Chinese-made glass. So you know, people, this car, it's very good quality and good material. I don't know why people bash on it. You know, Doug DeMiro said something, you know, about the gaps or whatever. I mean, that's Italian cars. You know, you're not going to get like German precision, but you're going to get good materials. You know, and most of all, again, like I said, the drivetrain. I mean, it is glorious. I mean, this, you put it in sport mode like I did, and you know, right now it's too much traffic, but you know, you put it in sport mode and you know, you let it on the highway, and it'll put a smile on your face. You know, no matter how depressed you are, or you can't say the same thing about a BMW or a Tesla, especially, or any other modern car. And in 10 years, you know, these cars aren't going to be around. They're going to be all quiet. I mean, that's why I'm not really driving this car. I guess I'm saving it, you know, because I didn't lease it. I bought it outright with cash. So, you know, it's really a special car. You know, I have another car that I drive on the daily. That's just a normal grocery getter. It sounds really glorious. I mean, this car, the startup sequence is phenomenal. You know, you're buying this car for the drivetrain, for the overall experience, right? You're not buying this for, you know, well, I guess you are buying it for luxury, but it turns heads, right? People think it's like a $120,000, $200,000 car. Yeah, in Europe it is, right? In Germany, Switzerland, even in Italy. I was in Italy for a couple of months just now, earlier this year. And this same car there is almost double the price here. I mean, it's 150 there, which is ironic because it's made in Italy.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto CR33, Monmouth Boulevard.
So we're driving down Long Branch right now. This used to be all like real ghetto. You can see they're all new apartments. I mean, condos going for $2 million. Yeah, a lot of new development here. I think this is one of the fastest appreciating real estate markets in New Jersey. Yeah, so these are all brand new development. This used to be a parking lot, but now it's like clothing shops, $1 million condos. I don't know if I would live here because you have pretty ghetto areas right down the road, and you know, it's not, I would say there's going to be crime here because it's going to be a huge difference between the haves and the have-nots. That being said, I think those areas are going to get built up as well, and you'll see, neighborhoods that are the old houses. I think they'll end up getting knocked down. So now we're driving through one of the most expensive towns in New Jersey, if not the country. This is called Theo. Wow, it's probably 4, 5, 6 million. These are all very nice homes. Half of them are empty because a lot of people, they don't live here. They live here first seasonally. They go to Florida. I mean, wow, look at that. It looks like an art studio. Yeah, these homes are 8, 9, 10 bedroom homes, modern. These are super nice. A lot of wealth here. That home's got to be 20 million. A lot of new homes going up. Wow. That is crazy. Wow, that's there's some nice cars over there. Going down the shore. It's a very popular college kind of party town called Belmar right here. It's kind of famous. They did a couple TV shows here. It's a middle class, upper middle class town. I mean, it's not cheap, but it's not like Deal or or Spring Lake. It's relative, for the Jersey Shore, it's pretty affordable. Although I'm not a beach person. It's very quiet here. So we're headed back north, Route 18. Chester Highway usually is pretty quiet, but I'm not sure about today. I don't want to get pulled over, so stop sign. That's weird. Shifting is, you heard the exhaust now.